Good morning, everybody. Well, welcome to today's tarot. Wanda here to do a wonderful card reading for you this morning. Apologies that I'm so early. I have had a project that requires finishing, and so that is why I'm broadcasting early this morning, as I won't have an opportunity to talk to you a little bit later as I usually do. So welcome all of you. I hope you had a really great weekend. I hope that life is treating you wonderfully. And just as I'm shuffling the cards, I was listening to a few broadcasts about our eyes. Now, our eyes are very, very powerful, especially when we are taking in information, and especially when we are manifesting and wanting to create our future. So our eyes take in a lot of information per second. Did you know that? And welcome everybody who's jumped on right now. Our eyes are very, very important when it comes to the amount of subconscious information that we take in on a second per second moment, even when we are not conscious that we are doing it. And so therefore, when you are wanting to create something for yourself, your eyes and the perceptions that we take in based on our thinking is a very, very powerful realization for you. So when you are the next time doing a meditation, or if you are focusing on something that you really want, then, and you start to visualize, then really have it very clear in your mind about what it is that you truly want. And then when you've got that vision, that imagined vision, so using your heart, also your eyes and your heart, those two things are very important in manifesting that in your future. The second thing I want to talk to you about is stay away from visuals that are deeply disturbing, because they play a part in your subconscious thinking. Okay, so that's why I don't even watch the news anymore. The daily news for me is a shocker. I used to love watching horror movies. I don't do that anymore either, simply because they have a deep meaning for you on a level that we don't really understand. And so I keep away from those things when I'm using my visuals, from things that really affect us, because they affect you emotionally. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Type it below or let me know that that makes sense to you. So keep away from things that are, keep your eyes away from things that are going to affect you to a level that is very disturbing. I'm sure that most of you would have a story to tell about that, an experience that you would have had in your life where you might have seen something really, really frightening. And when you've seen that, that can create for you emotional trauma. So what am I saying? Well, sometimes you can't help see that, particularly if you're in an incident. I just want you to be aware that your eyes are very, very powerful tools, more than what we really realize. It's not that we just see, but it's how we process the information once we've been looking out there in our world. Okay, today's card. What is it for today? Here we are. Wonderful. Here we have the Prince of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles is about a message. Again, I think we had this last week too, so there's something definitely coming up for all of us. Okay, the Prince is usually the messenger in all the cards. If you get a Prince or a Jack, that's usually what it relates to. And it can be related to money. So money coming to you, it's not a huge amount, or it's just a message or something that you're going to get yourself sorted out. Can come through letter, email, phone call. that is the message for today. So that's for everybody. Something that you've always wanted, something that you are going to build up on. Now, wouldn't that be great? We could all do with a little bit more extra money for over Christmas, particularly with all the prezzies that we're going to be buying for family. And mind you, I know quite a few people who are not even doing presents this year. They're just spending time with family. Because it's really not about the gift, is it? It's really about being with family and being with the people you love and connecting again with friends, because life can get so very hectic. All right, so what am I going to read? Who am I going to read for today? Lots of new people on, because usually 9:30 there's a bunch of people that are on. Okay, so who will I hope that you're all still there. Just let me know that you're there so I can, oh, here we are. The first person, let me see, Jenny Gazzola. Hello, darling, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm going to read for you this morning. I'm not sure if I've read for you today or at all, so I'm going to read for you today. What angel will I pick? Let's have a look. Wow, it's called the Angel of Confidence. Now, this is for you specifically, Jenny, but because all of us are on this call right now, this is also a message for all of us as well. And the Angel of Confidence is about your success, and your level of confidence is about to skyrocket. So whatever you're planning on doing, whatever it is that you do in your work life or in your home life, it's not always about work, but it's who you want to be. Finding your purpose is right there. You are only a tiny, tiny little step away from that realization. And another thing is that a lot of us tend to put a lot of effort and drive into our work and to what we want in our life. And let me tell you something that I've learned in my life. I used to work really hard because it was a belief that I had to work super hard in order to get something. And you know what I'm realizing? The more time I take for myself and the more time that I take to nurture myself, and I run a business. I've got about 3 or 4 different things I do in my business, and I've realized that I can work myself into the ground and then I start hating what I'm doing, right? Or I can stop and look after me. And when I look after me and my cup is full and I'm feeling I can give more, my business works so much better. And so success does not mean hard slather until your brains are falling out. If there's no passion in what you're doing, if there's no energy in what you're doing, give it up, because you're basically banging your head against a brick wall. So what I'm saying to you for this card, Jenny, is that your purpose, your success, and whatever it is that you want is going to be paying off. And for those of you who are listening right now and you're thinking, well, what is it I'd love to do? Have the clarity, because this message here from the tarot, it's coming to you. Now that message, like I said, in our physical could come through email and telephone call and mouth-to-mouth talking, right, through voice, but can also come intuitively. So you could wake up with a vision, you could wake up with a realization, you could wake up with a deep feeling, this is what I'm going to do. And you will know it when you feel it, because you'll just know it when you feel it. You'll have that sense, okay? And like I said, less effort. That doesn't mean sit on your bum and watch TV for the rest of the day. No, it doesn't mean that. It means going with the flow, going with the flow of life. So if I can help you understand that little message. Okay, so I'm a mural artist as well, and I'm just about to head off. We've had really crazy weather the last few months. We were hoping to get it finished, and it's been delay after delay after delay, right? So today is the final day, and today we're going in there with flow to finish the job. And that is because if I go in there like I've got to work hard and all of that, I'm blocking off the energy just with my resistance because I have to be there. Does that make sense? So your resistance could feel like I don't want to do this, or it could feel like, oh, I'm too tired, I can't be bothered. They're all little particles of resistance, if you like. So to get a job finished and you've got other things that you plan to do, then go in there knowing already that it is done, and then you'll have a much more success. Does that make sense? Okay, so in summary of today's little tarot, be aware and be mindful of what you look at, what you see, because your eyes take in a lot of information that gets processed subconsciously, right? And so if you're wanting to work with a vibration of love and trust and you're watching horror movies, there's a little bit of an incongruency there. Do you get what I'm saying? Or if you're watching aggression, or if you're watching something on the TV that's aggressive or warlike and things like that, that's about killing and things like that, that can't be a good thing. So for you, so for all of us. So do I say keep your mind away from trauma? Well, do your best to keep your eyes away from that extra information that you really don't want, particularly if you're wanting to manifest it, if you're trying to come from a space of love and grace and enlightenment and peace, okay, and joy for that matter. They're not joyful visions, if you understand what I'm saying. So the eyes are very, very powerful. And don't forget the subconscious programming that our eyes take in every second of the day. Everybody, I hope that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for your presence this morning. I wish you a beautiful day. Be very clear, Jenny, I hope that makes sense for you, darling, that there's success and purpose coming to you, that you're nearly there. And I keep getting that in the cards all the time. And this one, the message is coming, either through the physical form or coming from your deep, deep sense of intuition. Everybody, in the meantime, I'll see you Tuesday, 9:30 normal time. Have a really, really great day, and see you later, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.